I built a game inside this case, and I can't wait to show you how it works. Here's the story. You find yourself locked in a room. A case sits upon the table. As you open it, it begins ticking and a clock starts counting down seconds. Fortunately for you, an ally is in the room next door, and they have the manual. You must work together to push buttons, cut wires, flip switches in the right sequence and at the right time to defuse the situation. A mistake results in a strike. 3 strikes and game over for all of us. The gameplay concept I've just described was most definitely appropriated from a video game named Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Go check it out, it's a fantastic party game. My contribution was to elevate the gameplay to the next level by bringing the device into the real world. Here's how my version works. The device is divided into 11 modules. Each module requires a unique interaction to disarm. All solutions require contribution from both parties because neither side has access to the entire solution. For example, to defuse the maze module, the blue light must be moved to the red light without hitting any walls. The diffuser can both see and move the blue light, but cannot see the walls. Meanwhile, the experts can see all possible layouts of the walls, but lack any knowledge of which configuration is in play. The diffuser must first communicate the location of the green lights to the experts so that they can determine the configuration of the walls. The diffuser must also provide the location of the red and blue lights to the experts. Next, the experts must chart a path through the maze and walk the diffuser through the sequence of moves to solve the module. Now let's watch a live playthrough of the wires module.
What do I do? What do I do?
Do you see a grouping of like 3 to 6 wires?
Yeah.
Okay, only one correct wire needs to be removed to disarm the module.
Okay.
So we need to figure out which wire it is. How many wires do you see?
6.
6 wires? Okay, are there any yellow wires?
Yes.
Okay, is there exactly one yellow wire?
Yes.
Is there more than one white wire?
No.
Are there no red wires?
No.
Okay, disconnect the 4th wire.
Oh no, what did I do?
I don't know. Are there no red wires or yes, there are red wires?
There aren't any red wires.
Oh, okay, then disconnect the last wire. Now let's talk through the build. The case I bought included pull and peel foam, most of which was removed immediately. In its place, I modeled and 3D printed a structure to hold the 11 modules in place. Finally, the faceplates for each module were printed. I included small tabs that allowed them to easily snap in and out of the substructure. An Arduino microcontroller sits on display at the top of the case. It manages the shared gameplay elements such as the clock, strikes, speaker, and other indicators. Additionally, each module has its own Arduino microcontroller to manage the components and gameplay specific to that module. Even with specialized chips and liberal use of multiplexing, pin count was a constant battle. It's slightly terrifying to think about how many buttons, LEDs, screens, knobs, widgets, and gizmos this thing has, especially considering they were all hand-wired. Speaking of wires, the wiring harness in the base brings power to each module and also facilitates communication. The modules talk to each other over the serial protocol, but with a twist. The connections are wired in a loop, sort of like an infinite game of telephone. When a module needs to send out a message, maybe the user has made a mistake and we need to record a strike. The module passes the message to its neighbor. That neighbor relays the message to its neighbor, and this continues around the loop until the original sender receives their own message and can safely ignore it. Different modules can easily be swapped in and out thanks to this design. For the moment, I've only used this for testing, but perhaps someday I'll design additional modules that could be dropped in. That said, this has already been the most ambitious electronics project that I have ever attempted, and it has also been, without a doubt, the most gratifying. So now it's your turn. Go build something.
Oh, start over.
No!
No, okay, just
I can't!
Just use your, you get...
Oh!
Ryan, you're fired.
No, I did it too!
You're fired!
It's not my fault.
Fired!
It's my
Fired!
fault.
I just exploded!
You're